So let me ask you specifically about what the president just said, that the science tells us the window for action is rapidly narrowing. How rapidly and how narrow is it?
Rapid and narrow. We have less than a decade now to bring carbon emissions down globally by 50% if we are to remain on a path that keeps warming below that sort of catastrophic 1.5 degrees Celsius, 3 degree Fahrenheit warming of the planet, where the things that we're starting to see now become much worse, and we get extremes that we haven't even seen before. And so that's not someplace we want to go. We want to prevent the problem from getting worse, and that means decarbonizing our economy rapidly. That means we need legislation, and there's still an opportunity to pass climate legislation this term in Congress if we can, get a few stragglers to get behind some basic policies that would incentivize renewable energy, that would begin to defund infrastructure for fossil fuels. These are things we need to do now. We can't wait, because we have to get on that path immediately if we are to prevent the worst impacts of climate change.
We've only got 30 seconds, but I have to ask you, do you think that because of the economic impact, not to mention lives lost, because of the extreme weather conditions, governments that have been slow to act, members of Congress who have been slow to act, might actually take more action?
Well, let's hope so. We never thought that we would see any possibility of any sort of common sense gun legislation. And we're seeing that now because there's a demand on the part of the people, because people are crying out and demanding their policymakers to do something. We need to see the same thing with climate. We need to demand that our policymakers act now before it is too late.